Well, just a quick video. Sweet candle. They're starting to come through now. Now, I'm not growing these for sure. These are just to eat. So I'm not particularly bothered or worried about them. Strawberries. Starting to get the odd flower coming on. So shouldn't be long before I start getting fruit. We did try to beetroot even. Transplanted them yesterday. They're looking a little bit sorry for themselves at the moment. They'll pick up within a couple of days. And I'm going to take my tomatoes down to the allotment and put them in the greenhouse. So I've got these ones ready. Sun Baby, Super Mamond. There's some tumbling tomatoes at the back. But then I've got these ones to go down as well. I'll take them down. I've just realised I've still got the globo to pot on. This is the Pablo beetroot for sure. Kohlrabi. Some little sweet peppers over there. Detroit 2 beetroot there. And them are just spring onions. That's the Ailsae. The fuchsias. And there's the cuttings at the back there. I've got my sweet corn. Then I've got other tomatoes, sure tomatoes, dirty curdy, quite a few different types. And then obviously my onions. So I'm going to take these tomatoes down. Hopefully I'll even get all the onions I've got down there. I'll get them planted out, hopefully. But that's another thing entirely. I'll get back to you later with that one. Well, the wind's picking up considerably now, and yesterday when I was down after the auction, I'll show you a clip of the auction a little bit later on. But when I was down yesterday, I noticed someone has stolen me tubes, 35mm tubes. As you can see, there's a couple of the little 25mm at the end. They're neither here nor there. But these are where I had my onions last year, where I had the allium leaf miner. So I was speaking to a fellow plot holder just along the end, Eva. I was telling her, she went, I've got some spare pipes. So she gave me these 3, which are 35mm. That little spare piece. But then she gave me those 3 big bits. So my plan is now, I've got a big roll of yellow gas pipe there. So I'm going to make those top 2 beds yellow piping. The blues of those 2 beds, I'll use one on the top where it's only 25mm. The other ones I'll use on this one here, or I'll find a use for it regardless, because this is normally where I put Katie the tatey. And I've still got all them leaks to pull out and weed the bed, dig it over, etc, etc. But for now, I am going to sort this bed out so I can get the onions put out. But before I do that, I'm going to cut the yellow pipes and put them in place I also need to put a new net on, because that net over there, which I'll try and zoom in, it's burned. God knows how it's burned, but it is burned, so I'm going to have to renew that net. As I say, so I'm going to just feed the bed, put my new hoops on, plant out the onions, and then I'll come back to you. Right, so I've made the hoops, I've fed the bed, I just need to rake it in. If anyone's interested in what I've fed the bed with, it's bone meal, it's bumper crop leek and onion feed, seaweed meal, and sulphate of potash. You can see the tubs there. Yeah, so back to normal size now. You can see it's got the feed on it, and it's also got the new hoops, so I've got to rake that in. I'll get the net cut and put ready, and then the onions will go out. So I'll pause that here for now. Right, so the bed has all been fed, as you seen before. It's been raked in. I haven't said I'm going to water it, purely and simply because we're expecting rain tonight. Pointless giving them a water and then it's raining the night and rain tomorrow. The first 4 going in are my Joe Atherton onions. 2 from Davy Dixon seed and 2 from Pete Trenouth seed. So I'll put this on pause till I get them out, and I'll get some more out, and then I'll come back in and let you see. So there's the onions in, and I put the 4 giant elephant garlic in. So I'm just going to put the net over it, and that's that one done. Then I'll let you see back in the greenhouse, the mess still. So there it is, all netted up. Time to go back in the greenhouse now. So I've still got a couple of small onions there, a couple of leeks, and my tomatoes in there new. This bench is pretty much clear, basically, but I've still got to clear through in the tomato room, where I've got my shallots. But as I say, tomato room, because I grow my tomatoes in here. I have hanging baskets with tumblings, but I have old chilies I need to get rid of. I've got bags of spent compost. That there isn't, that's actually clover gold. But them 3 there behind the shallots, they are spent. I forgot the name there, condor, that I thought I had lost, and I found them, and I put them in buckets. We have liftoff. They were sewn back into the tubs on the 23rd of March 26. So they're nearly 4 weeks old. So it looks like on that one, possibly 3 plants. 1 on that, 2 on that one, and this one, I'll have to have it, is 2 plants as well. So that's all right. I want to show you something actually just while I'm rabbiting on, so I'll just be a second. The tool that Pete made and he uses for weeding in between his onions and that. I think he's made one for a few people. But he made one and sent it to Ian and Emma at our allotment journey. Well, I've got this one. It's a Wilkinson Sword 3-prong cultivator. Not often I use it, but because I'm talking about peat, a tiny little 3-pronged cultivator. Now you can see I use that because it's rusty. I just thought I would mention that. They are a fantastic thing. I haven't got the short one like what Pete's got. This is just a long one. It's about 4 foot high, maybe just over 4 foot. So it's a very, very useful implement. So I would advise anybody that doesn't like bending constantly for weed, and especially if you've got a bad back like I have. Fantastic. So the onions are out. I've put the giant garlic out. So all I've got in here at the moment, as you've seen, a couple of onions. This one is for the growing it in the 500 gram yogurt pot. That just stays down here. Got neglected. These 4 on this little saucer were bone dry. So if they die, they die. I've got plenty. You know, I'm not bothered. I've still got my exhibition onions up in that plastic greenhouse at home. And as you've seen, I've still got me Ailsae as well. And the Joe Atherton from Davy and the Joe Atherton from Pete. Got me tomatoes here. Got other tomatoes still up home. But
just our first ever leek auction today. Leeks as in exhibition leeks, and we also had some dahlias which come along, which had been donated very kindly of a dahlia called Barbary Surprise, which was greatly sought after, and we've earned some fantastic money from it for the society, for the North East Horticultural Society. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to the Garden Centre, to Jonathan for letting us use his Garden Centre for the auction. Thank you to everyone who donated the leeks and the plants, onions and the dahlias. They made fantastic money for us. It's great, thank you. And then thank you to everybody who turned up for the auction. It was a great success. We are going to make an annual event of it, possibly even 2 events out of it. So thank you all, and we look forward to seeing you all next year. £16, £17, £18, £19, £20, £20. Right, Mark, the Bank of England again. It's got to fetch big money. Creamwood Moonlight, we've never had any of these yet. Anybody at £9? £9, £10. That's a bargain set. These have won Harrogate 2 years in a row. They're pips from Jimmy Dunnett's stock. It is a quality onion, but it's also reaching big sizes, around £7 and £8. 15 quid for the 20 plants. Maria, it's John Gillespie's leek, donated by Mick. They're beautiful and clean, they're lovely and short, and it's a much sought after leek. I would put a value minimum of 10 quid a plant on these, but 50, 60 pounds. Going once at £60. Right, Gary, thank you. 2 Blanche leeks.
15 quid, anybody else? 20, Charlie? 20 quid. People win the national, 35, the same gentleman. 40. 40 quid. 45. 45.
Well, I expect to see a beamish mate if you get these.
Oh, seriously, 50 quid.
55. 55.
55 pounds sold.
The ones that's just been sold were too big and they'll burst. So these are perfect. No lights at all, so these have been grown without lights.
20 quid. 25. 30 pounds. 35. 40 pounds. 45. Sold at 45. 35 pounds.
How many do you want? You want 2 lots?
8 to 1.
Good lad. Cash point now, we're in Kibblesworth. 6.
Another 6. Beer 30 quid. 35. 5 sold to this gentleman.
Excellent. There's nothing here, carry a bag.
Anybody else 35? 40 quid. 45, 50, 50 quid. Leaving the tree. Let's go to the button.
Right, so Maria, you're getting the bargain of the day. You read that in the book, madam.
Mick next door's just came down. I've put the kettle on, so I think I've earned myself a lovely drink. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next time. Bye for now. Ta-ra.